Starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Alright. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the roads where you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. You said that pussy man, so why'd you let it go? You're such a hoe. I loved you until you tried getting my head.
26.
And that's where I lost respect.
Starting
You're
from
doing the
scratch.
most to get my attention, baby. I'm not impressed.
In a new city with a completely new offer. And it's been really good. This week has been really good. We've had some good wins, met some really cool people, made some really great progress on the client side of things. What hasn't probably been as good as the content perspective. Just been really busy with doing other work that was more pressing and putting out spot fires. So content's lacked this week. It's a big focus for me today, is just sitting down, scripting ads, executing on them, and just getting the ball rolling again. I re-listened to my favorite podcast ever about one of my favorite episodes ever of Alex Hormozy talking about just volume of work and how many ads they were running, or probably still do run, but to scale to what they are to now. They were launching upwards of hundreds of ads a week, which is just an incredible feat. Obviously very hard to do when you're essentially a one-man show in the content side of things. So I don't have an editor, don't have a videographer, so one, I don't have the skills to be able to do that quickly. Two, it's just very time consuming. So I can only control what I can control right now, and that's just doing as much as I possibly can from the content perspective. So big focus for me today. Gonna smash that out. Only got one meeting today at the moment, which is nice. Just with one of our clients. I edited one of his ads last night. I'm just gonna present that. I didn't have all the footage to be able to fully finish it off, so I'm just going to run him through why I've created the ad this way and run him through the basic structure of what makes a good ad. Again, it's all just because we're not running any ads for him at the moment. It is all just hypotheticals and putting best case scenarios and using what's worked previously across many other brands and industries, and taking those fundamentals of a good ad, putting that together, and then seeing if it works. If it doesn't work, we iterate from that, but it's just a starting point at the moment, which we don't have any baseline because there is no live ads in his account. So do that, and then just straight back into scripting, filming, editing all day pretty much. Just gonna try and not let anything else really distract me today, and just really dial in on that. So probably won't be much from an update perspective. Probably be pretty boring, but this is what turns the wheels over, and this is what brings the money in. Just sitting here grinding away. So
at about 12:30.
damn, it's not good.
Oh man, it's pretty normal now.
Really?
Yeah.
So that video I sent last night, did that make sense? Do you want to start there?
Yeah, it did make sense.
Yeah. So I wanted to obviously separate them in terms of being really focused on introducing yourself, having the body of the ad, and talking about the product, being more product focused, and then a call to action at the end. Now, the situation we're in is we don't have any ads at the moment that are live, so we have no previous data and stuff to work off. So all I can do is go off of first principles thinking and go off of what is considered best practices in terms of ads and structure. And that's a starting point for us. We run those, and then we can say, okay, we can see this working, we can see it not working, and that just gives us a starting point. Because at the moment, I don't want to start too far away from what is considered center, because then it's going to be a lot harder to, we're going to have to backtrack at some stage.
My aim was, and I'll type this up and I'll send it to you guys just so you have a really solid understanding of where I started.
Yeah. Let's try and get 3 videos a week maybe, or just start with 2. Let's start with two unique reels a week, and we'll just progress from there. I think I'm not expecting you to start posting every day. Like, that's not the goal at the moment. I just want to start with 2 ideas, 2 concepts, 2 pillars. Let's get them up. Let's work on editing. Let's work on the angles and
Your direction, but my idea was to do it from Monday to Friday next week. We've had a pretty slow week, and last week we had a sale, and it was a good week.
Yep.
Also,
When you're really getting these spikes when you're pushing the sales, there's always going to be that lull after it.
Cool.
Yeah, like the inverse of that is if you were just running ads and you were seeing, you know, like sales at some sort of consistent baseline level, and then you do the spikes where you do the email campaigns that's normally like a traditional, I guess, flow of sales velocity. Is like, you know, you have your sales, your daily sales that are coming through your main acquisition channel, which would be whatever it may be, you know, just Facebook, for example, which is most people's. They're spending money on there, they're getting money back from it, and then they see these big spikes when they hit their email list. Whereas for you, you're the opposite, where, you know, you're not spending any money on Meta at the moment, but you're seeing these spikes still because you're doing the email campaigns. So I guess they don't need the educational piece, but what I've always really liked is like educating people or entertaining people in my niche with something other than just pushing my products all the time.
Yeah, I've done a couple of
Only just glossed over the orders, but lots of people are buying less than that in terms of how many boxes they're purchasing. So
yeah, that was my next question, is the bundle fare. And I just went by...
So not much for you.
Fucking good and shit.
How's it going? How's it going?
I got an email today so I thought I'd just show you what it looks like. Things aren't right, then we'll just adjust it.
Yeah.
I want it as simple as possible, but like, to be honest. So basically, like, the client profile drops out. I want her to be able to make it so that it can drop out, or you can go into a full profile, so that we're not just like this here, which is just like our back end. I'm still figuring this fucking mess out because I've never had to do a development on it.
Yeah.
And it will spit it straight in, but then I want these profiles to be able to open right up and expand, so we can have everything in there. And then
Just reflecting on the week that's been. Another good week, to be honest. Pretty happy with where things are at. Can see a very quick path to us being able to scale it and take it to the next level once we've got some really key systems in place. Had a lot of good conversations this week. Met some cool people. I'm very happy with the progress so far. The one thing that's probably lacking is still the organic growth. I'm really struggling with that. It's such a grind, but it's just the way it's going to be for quite a while still. I don't see that improving anytime soon. But yeah, it just comes down to quality of content and regular posting, which obviously the posting's not the harder part, it's the high quality content, because if it's not scaling, it's just, as I say to so many of our clients, if something doesn't scale, if an ad doesn't work, it's just the content that sucks. So just gonna keep freaking working on it, iterating, and just keep eating dirt until something works. So gonna try and get away from the computer screen for a while now. It's Friday night, home alone, a bit sad and lonely, to be honest, but just gonna try and get outside, go for a walk, get some fresh air, and switch off for a little
But I still
bit.
smell your flesh. I don't know how we got in this mess. I rarely get this in depth. This gon' make me question love. This gon' make me feel like less of a man, cause I'm feeling depressed and stuff. Can't believe I was willing to drop everyone and invest in us. The last time that we fucked was fucked. The way you got up, got dressed and cut. Look, I thought that we could have been. Maybe I was too optimistic. Tell me what you need, I provide everything. Baby, you don't know what you're missing. Our chemistry fought like quantum physics. Feeling your energy, feeling your spirit. If this is the end, I need one more visit. It's showing me love, but I still feel empty. I need something a lot more fulfilling. Move out of London.
So I'm actually just setting up, I guess, the next week of content and the focus. I spent a lot of time listening to other people's YouTubes, watching their Instagrams, and just taking advice from people that clearly know what they're talking about and have the experience and have the runs on the board because they have big followings. And I don't know, I'm kind of the opinion that the content I probably posted has been, one, the editing's just not there yet, so that's a huge part of it. I think quality is super important. But two, just, I guess the messaging, the educational piece, I feel like I'm stuck in between like trying to be an authority in the space but also trying to be entertaining, and I haven't quite found my voice yet. So I guess the biggest takeaway that I've probably got out of tonight from watching a couple of like personal brand experts, growth experts, is to just steal like an artist. So that means not copying people's work, but taking inspiration from it and looking at what they've done and where they've taken the inspiration from and what are the underlying themes and the tones. And I think I've kind of wrapped my head around it a little bit and I have a little bit more clarity on it. So I'm excited to just put that together. I'm just going to write out like 10 topics, and there's still, I guess, business related, motivational, educational, all of these things, but I'm hoping they are a bit more entertaining and I'll really focus on the quality of the production as well, and hopefully we see an improvement.